Hello, Aakarsh ji. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us with the banking news. I'm from Kathmandu, Nepal. I'm very thankful to responding my message and everything. How it is going on? It's the second day of Fintech Festival as you were a speaker as well. And then
Yes.
how was the experience and how it's going on?
No, first of all, my compliments to you that there is a banking and finance media channel that you have set up. Shows that there is a fintech thrust in Nepal. So my compliments to you.
Thank you.
As I want to get started, GFF has been a great experience, mainly because of the kind of people you get here. So it sends a message to the globe that India is a fintech nation,
Yeah.
and it is able to attract different kinds of stakeholders. You name it: regulators, banks, investors, unicorn founders. Everyone is under one roof. Uh, and there is so much visibility there. I of course enjoyed speaking on the panel. Yeah.
Okay. And as you are leading the innovation of fintech innovation of RBI, how it is going on? What Nepal or fintech enthusiasts can learn from it?
Thank you. So just to clarify, Reserve Bank Innovation Hub is a subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India to promote innovation in the financial services sector. So I head the fintech and startups vertical within the RBIH. It is called FAST, Fintech and Startup Acceleration. So our mandate is to work closely with fintechs and banks to accelerate innovation in this space, which means we identify certain problem statements that are affecting the banking ecosystem or the consumers,
Okay.
and we identify suitable solutions through hackathons, acceleration programs, incubation programs, and then help them get connected with banks. So in the process, what used to take 12 to 18 months for a bank and fintech to partner, bank-fintech partnership is important because banks are regulated entities
Okay.
and fintechs are high on innovation. So banks are being regulated entities, they are a little slower when it comes to adopting new innovation and all of that, their legacy systems as well. So fintechs can bring in the agility, innovation, and customer service and reach to the last mile. So it is very important for both the entities to collaborate and work together in order for innovation to reach the last mile. And I think we are bridging that gap through the FAST team at RBH.
Very nice. Thank you. Now it's clear what is exactly
Yeah.
innovation is hub is doing. Like how the innovation hub or that the people need to understand that the RegTech, which
Okay.
is technology and regulation, I think.
Correct,
And
correct.
implementation of technology in the
Yes,
regulation.
yes.
If I am not
Yes,
wrong.
yes.
How it is going on? What's the scenario of in India that is?
So I think RegTech is not just an India phenomenon. Globally, you take countries like UK and all the regulators across the globe, they are looking at this new category called regulatory technology or RegTech, or supervisory technology or SupTech as it is called. RegTech essentially, I mean, fintech being a regulated sector, there are so many circulars that come from regulator side, so many, and these circulars do not just mean that you have to follow rules. The business model also has to change and evolve sometimes for consumer protection and other aspects. So given all this dynamic landscape where fintechs are innovating very quickly, it takes time for the regulator also to understand. So to that extent, like RBI, Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, with the support of RBI, we set up a fintech repository. So the fintech repository is a portal where fintechs come in and voluntarily submit information about their model, the space that they are operating in, basis which we get aggregated sectoral insights that we are able to provide. But going back to your earlier question, nowadays we are seeing very different solutions in the RegTech space. People are using like AI co-pilot for understanding regulation. For example, a compliance officer in a bank needs to understand how much loan I can extend to, say, an NBFC. I'm giving an example. So today there have been solutions where you can just type an input, how much can I extend to this category. And AI sifts through all the regulations, all the circulars, and points exactly to the, it gives an amount first of all. That's where generative AI component has come in. Like you may be able to lend 10 lakhs to an NBFC, and it points to the exact regulations so that it is accurate as well. So a lot is going on, mainly in terms of monitoring data privacy and other aspects as well. So yeah, that's that.
Okay. And then how the AI will help to the entire regulation from perspective of central banks and globally. What do you say on this?
AI as a concept is still being debated, so to say, because the fundamental building block of AI is having credible data. That is the building block, foundational layer. In the absence of having such data, whatever the AI model will predict on top of it may be inaccurate. So as a regulator, it is very important for us to have the accuracy of such data. Even when it comes to, a lot of fintechs claim that they have, 95% accuracy in translation or, document processing or OCR, whatever is there. But I think the challenge here is on what basis are they talking about it. So over time, a lot of these data has to be unlocked in a safe and secure manner, such that personally identifiable information is not extended for the purpose of computing this. And just most importantly, I want to highlight about one project that we are doing at RBIH. It's called mulehunter.ai. Mulehunter.ai. So basically, the concept of mule accounts is that if a fraud takes place, the money that has been defrauded goes through multiple bank accounts before it is finally moved out of the system. So the fraudsters operate or use multiple accounts known as mules. So what Mule Hunter does is proactively detects these mule accounts so that the fraud chain gets disrupted.
So nice.
For that purpose, we have sought data from banks, and we are developing bank-specific models to identify mule accounts. Accuracy rate has been quite high. Over time, we want to give this as a model to the overall banking industry.
That is a very, very good product, I think.
Yes.
And then let's come to the Fintech Innovation Hub. How the Nepalese banking industry, Fintech industry, or InsurTech industry can be benefited with the collaboration. I think we can do the collaboration can be benefited our industry.
Sure. So I think cross-border collaborations has been a mandate for RBIH as well, mainly because any country for that matter, healthy financial services is the backbone of a growing economy. And for that to happen, fintechs need to really accelerate and take the growth. Even in India, if you take the example of UPI, is a digital public infrastructure was created. But then on top of that, you have all the startups build their solutions and take it to the masses. So I think that is where we can look for collaboration, and fintech in itself is also more localized in nature. So what we could look at is maybe if there are some advanced technology solutions here, and there are local fintech players in Nepal, we may be able to collaborate with them. So a large fintech in India collaborates with a similar player in Nepal to offer the services to the last mile, because in financial services, trust is important.
Exactly.
That's why a local face who understands the aspirations and the behavior of the local people should be based there. But technology can come in from anywhere in the world. Yeah.
And then finally, you want to say something, or you can say, so we are on the final stage.
Okay. So I had a panel discussion yesterday on future of fintech incubation. So incubation incubators are usually support early stage ideas to be nurtured and taken to market. So we had about 5 top incubators in India came on the panel. We spoke about, fintech is a regulated sector. There is a reliance on bank partnerships, and there is also a need for capital investment to come in for longer term sustenance. So all these factors put together, and there's a longer gestation period. It's not like e-commerce or any other space where you can, or a D2C brand where you can decide today and start tomorrow. You need to operate for you to understand what are the regulations, who is your customer, how do you sell your product, finding a business model. There are several challenges. So in order to address this, you need incubators or fintech incubation to come in. And that is where RBIH is working with all the major incubators in the country to bring in the fintech domain expertise while the incubators support the startups. So that's something I can add.
Thank you, Aakarsh, for your wonderful words.
Thank you.
It's
My
very nice
pleasure.
to connect. Yes.
Great questions. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.